Guys, she is messaging at least 10 other guys, okay? Don't be naive. Don't think that this isn't the case. Don't think that she is your special and unique snowflake because she looks so pretty when you met her and she looks so innocent and she's wearing that little summer dress. It's not the case. She is messaging at least 10 other dudes. Now, what I'm talking about here is when you meet somebody, a girl, through cold approach, or you meet her through online dating, or maybe you meet her through, Instagram game or something like that. And you're getting into this nice sort of text backwards and forwards type conversation, and it's all really going really well, and you're being a little bit flirty, and you think, yeah, this is all nice. I think this is moving in the right direction. Now, it might be. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm not saying that, that it's not possible that anything's going to come of this situation. But you have to be aware of the sheer abundance that's out there in the sexual marketplace at the moment. Now, of course, I'm saying this in the midst of the coronavirus crisis, so people are kind of like a little bit isolated at the moment. But in general terms, you know what I'm saying? In general terms, when things are normal, you have got to consider the levels of thirst out there. You've got to consider the levels of abundance that these girls are getting. And man, if you think that you are the only one who's chatting to her, if you think you're the only dude who's in her inbox, in her DMs or whatever, then you're nuts, to be honest, and you need to get real. And so what do you do about this? Well, I'm not saying you need to do anything about it. I'm not saying, okay, right, so I'm just going to give up and I'm just going to, not communicate with these girls anymore. I'm not going to, just engage in the game anymore. I'm going to go like black pill. Of course, I'm not saying that at all. By the way, that's Canary Wharf over there. You can see some dark clouds on the London skyline. Everything's shutting down because of the what's going on out there. But anyway, I'm on the roof of the apartment at the moment. Yeah, you can't be naive to this stuff. You need to understand. That's not to say that you don't play the game. You carry on playing the game. You just understand that, you are not the only player. There are multiple players. It's like one of those video game things that gets streamed. She's got multiple players on the go at the same time. You're one of them. So you want to be the one that succeeds. And one of the best ways to be the dude that succeeds is to not be desperate, is to not be a needy buffoon, a needy chump. You need to be a dude who is, or certainly appears to have options, okay? And how do you do that? Well, because she is also not the only one that you're messaging. Now, of course, I make it clear here, I'm not talking about if you are in a serious, monogamous relationship or anything like that. What I'm talking about here is in these early stages when, you're feeling each other out, not in that way, and you are, you've just started talking, you've just started chatting, but maybe you haven't even been on a date yet and you're trying to get her to come out on a date. But make no mistake, she is talking to 10 other guys. Minimum. This is the thing. I mean, people will probably watch this and they'll say I'm naive to even say 10. It could be 50, it could be 30, it could be 50, it could be 70, I don't know, minimum 10. And what are you doing? If you're sitting there and she is your only prospect, she is the only one that you're talking to, then you're setting yourself up as a fool. You're a chump, because she's certainly not doing that. She's learned to play the game on 2020 mode, and you're playing it on, 1985 mode or something like that, So you, just like it's a sales operation, you need to extend the number of prospects that you have on the table in exactly the same way as she is. We see this stuff all the time. I see this stuff all the time with clients. They'll be like, oh, I messaged her and then she said this and then she said that. What do you think of this? What do you think of that message? And I'm like, well, dude, I mean, of course I can advise, I can give suggestions, but in the end, there's a limit to what you can really do with one prospect, because you don't know what's going on in the background. You don't know the other conversations that she's having, the other factors that are influencing her. All you can control is the action that you're taking, and the action that you need to be taking is to be creating more opportunities for yourself, because she sure as hell is, or she probably doesn't even need to create them, because she's probably just getting hit up by dudes anyway, because that's just the nature of these things, and that's fine. Your role is to go out there and create opportunities. I saw somebody on Twitter the other day saying something really cool, which was like, never be, as a guy, never be sort of peed off about the idea that you have to make the approach, and you sort of, people complain because they're like, oh, girls have it easy because they just get approached all the time. It's like, well, no, that's an amazing thing, because that puts you in the position of selector, whereas, they just have to wait and see who comes along. So you're in a great position, And you know, at the moment, obviously with everything that's happening, you know, you're not going to be out and about as much, you're not going to be in the field as much, but you could be doing stuff online. You could be, you know, making new contacts on your dating apps, you could be making new contacts on Instagram, you know, and messaging. But just bear this thing in mind, that she is messaging at least 10 other dudes, and if you're just one of them and you don't have any backup, then, you know, you need to address that situation ASAP. Anyway, it's Troy Francis coming at you from central London, or near central London. Canary Wharf behind me. Do grab my collection of 11 books. It's called Renegade Dating Blueprint. It's just $39. Perfect for self-isolation, perfect for this period of reflection that we're all sort of entering into at the moment. So do grab that on the link below. Support the channel by pressing subscriptions, and then you get to see all of my latest content. And do support me in my VIP members area as well. You get 2 additional videos like this, but more in depth, really. Also, some more like, you know, kind of the underground, cutting edge stuff on my Patreon VIP members area. So get involved with that. The link is below. I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.